Good morning. Nyangji chimbo tsoden nyingme xiang zonim holam chimbo ngab jada pakar tar ngang chandu hirma do tumba tukji chanla kip shan sor. Yondo zonji ganda nyamna yang gwadan sanji li chang la bungo tsawe lama namla sorwande dak son rowe lorna chula jer. First of all, I would like to say welcome to all of you. Thank you very much. And I'm happy to see everyone and happy to talk with you about the practice of the four measurable aspirations. This will be the topic for today. And this is very important teaching and practice. So I'm happy to have this opportunity and have all of us get together and do these spiritual Dharma activities together. And actually, this is very common teaching and practice. As you know, this is very important practice because we need, this is actually love, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. So we need to develop, especially our compassion, love, and bodhicitta. This is actually, we call it aspiration bodhicitta. So we have application bodhicitta, aspiration bodhicitta. So this is the aspiration bodhicitta. So a kind mind, a kind heart. It's about a kind mind. So of course, these teachings are not really new for you, right? You heard them many, many times from me and many times from other teachers, I'm sure. And not just receive these teachings, but you, I think, probably practice them quite a lot. So that's very good. Means you have some experience, not just to understand the teachings, but also you have some capacity and some experience. So therefore, I mean, these teachings are very, very important. So we have to cultivate these teachings and develop them actually in this very lifetime, if we can, right? Enlightenment, not necessarily. I mean, this lifetime is kind of far away, but this kind of qualities, the human qualities, I would say, we have to develop them in this very lifetime. So therefore, the great master, the great teacher, the one of the most important teacher in my lineage, called Longchenpa, he explained that the aspirational bodhicitta is actually based on these four measurable aspirations. So now we say, sometimes we say the translators, translate them. This prayer, we had boundless qualities or immeasurable quality, aspiration. So why it is called immeasurable? So we have to understand why immeasurable, because when you practice this aspiration, this prayer, the object of these practices are all sentient beings. We call it all sentient beings. And you see, all sentient beings are, as limitless as space, right? Countless. So therefore, I'm not talking only about human beings, all beings. So this is the object. So therefore, they're limitless, they're countless. So therefore, our practice of these four is also immeasurable and boundless. So that's why we call it in Tibet, tzadmit. Tzadmit means like immeasurable, limitless. Means like all sentient beings, limitless. So therefore, this is the object, all sentient beings. When we practice, we're not there yet, but Buddhas, bodhisattvas, there, when they practice for immeasurable, they're object of all sentient beings. So therefore, they can develop their love and compassion, all sentient beings, not only humans or not only families or relatives. So therefore, this is called immeasurable aspirations. So the main reason doing the practice of this four measurable qualities will cause us to develop the genuine aspirational bodhicitta, the great, I would say, compassion, great love, So that is the bodhicitta, aspiration bodhicitta. So the aspiration, why we say aspiration bodhicitta? Because aspiration bodhicitta is about wishing good things for others, right? It desires all beings to be free from what you call it, suffering, and to have happiness. So it is mostly this prayer, the motivation. It is mostly a state of our mind, and that means it doesn't include activities, right? If you that's why aspiration bodhicitta. So, it's so important to have this kind of intentions in order to do something for others. First, we have to develop this kind of aspiration, this kind of intention, whatever, love or compassion, whatever. So first we have to develop that kind of motivation, that kind of qualities, capacity, in order to do something for others. And once we accomplish this, then we can do the actions, right? Do the actions with the confidence arising from our intentions to benefit others. So we say these four measurable aspirations, aspirational bodhicitta. Now you understand. This is you develop in your mind, right? So therefore, aspiration. And we say this for measurable prayers, aspiration prayer, class, every class, right? In our, opening, that's we just said, just a minute ago. Opening prayer. I call opening prayer, but it's this the four measurables. So we recite and we say this every class in our opening prayer, because we have to, the reason why we practice is because we have to correct our motivation, right? And bring about aspirational bodhicitta by using these prayers. According to the Buddhist point of view, our motivation is the key think, you know. So therefore, whatever you do, whatever you say, first you have to think, you have to check your motivation, your intention. That's the thing. That's why when you practice, when you say these prayers, doesn't matter who you are, Buddhist or not, doesn't matter. You have to sort of correct your motivation. And that's we call it, a Buddhist, you know, call it aspirational bodhicitta. So using this kind of prayers. And the Lord Buddha said that if you really develop this practice, you will have a pleasurable, what do you call it, pleasant, comfortable life, which means nobody will harm you. If you have love and compassion, equanimity, whatever, then your life very pleasant and very comfortable. So therefore, Buddha wishes us to a happy life. So this practice make us happy for sure. So you know, that's why I think this is great topic and teaching and practice. So I'm very happy to teach and share with all of you my experience about this practice. So, you know, therefore I'm very happy to teach Dharma. Dharma is the Buddhist teaching. This teaching belongs to everybody if they have the desire to practice. Nobody owns. This is free. I mean, you know, if you have desire to practice, then I think to teach the teachings of Buddha, very, very important, because in the sutra, Buddha himself said, the Buddha gave two examples of how to share the Dharma with others before he passed away. So I just want you to know how it is important to teach. Buddha, you know, first he gave the example of a wealthy person, a wealthy man passing away, who had many children, and some who were nearby and some who were very far away from their father. So this is the example. So if I give you the examples, then easy to understand, right? So that's the reason. Otherwise, nonsense, right? Who cares? Wealthy man passing away. But you know, this is the Buddha actually in his sutra. He gave us how important to teach Dharma to others who really want to practice. So when this man passed away, he told his children who were nearby that he wanted all his wealth and property to be given evenly to all his children. And since some of his children were far away, right? Not them, not with him. So at first, it was only given to the children nearby, but when he said the far away children come back, then it was shared his property evenly with all of them. That's the example. Likewise, when before the Buddha passed away, he had students, many students who were nearby and who were receiving many teachings directly from Buddha. But when other people like us, with interest in the Dharma, the teaching, came in the future, so the Buddha wanted his teachings to be given to them evenly. So the Buddha told them, his student, his disciples, you have to keep my teachings and you have to share my teachings with others who really want to practice. So therefore, very important to teach, to share experience and the teachings of Buddha. Make me happy. Then the other example the Buddha gave was at some point in time, if there is no sun, no moon, no stars, nothing, right? This is we have to visualize like something like that. No sun, no moon, no lights. Even there's no flashlights, and it's completely dark. It's completely dark, and then walking on the path would be very dangerous for many people. But there is a man who has a great torch. Just one man, one person who has a great torch, and this person can easily reach the end of the path without any obstacles, right? Because of the torch eliminates the path. So therefore, for him, it's very easy. Now, the question, what should this person do when he reached the end of the path? Should he throw away his great torch? I mean, he reached there. Should we throw it away? Or should he give it to all these millions of people who are in the dark and who are in dangerous situation? So then Buddha said, he cannot throw the torch away. Other people needed it very much. So he must give the torch to other people. So there you can see so many people are suffering in this dark world. So they need the light of teaching, the light of Dharma. The Buddha gave these two examples, tell us that our responsibility is once we received all the teachings from the kindness of our teachers, our lineage, and we put them into our practice, then we have the capacity to teach others. Then it will be so important to give teaching and teach others with a great motivation. Motivation is the key and important. This means that when you teach, for example, when you teach Dharma to others, if your motivation is not pure, it means your teachings for the, the 8 worldly concerns. You are thinking, you teach, and It's for like your reputation, or you call it fame and pleasure and etc. There are so many. So that is, your motivation is not so pure, then it will not be good to teach, for sure. If you have not correct motivation, then don't teach. Otherwise, that's why these are the foundation. I will tell you that this practice is the foundation. It's correct. It's it's correct in your motivation. That's why you have to practice, right? Listen teaching, not just listen teaching. Understand intellectual is good, but not enough. So you have to practice. And then it's correct your motivation. Then you go, okay? Then you have a capacity to teach. Then your motivation will be really good. But if you have no good motivation, then don't teach. Because maybe you are thinking become famous. You're maybe thinking become wealthy. Maybe you are thinking become a very important person. Who cares, right? That's your motivation, then don't teach. Unfortunately, many people like that, right? Many teachers. Otherwise, right now, you're going to practice and receive lots of teachings and take the process. Like, for example, we have this 37, called 37 stage process. Once you finish this process completely, I say completely, you just can't teach. Today I received this four measurable teaching, so tomorrow I'm going to teach. No, you can't do that. So you have to take the process and you have to finish completely. Then I hope you will get great experience and capacity from your practice, and then you have this capacity. Then I hope you will teach. You will teach others, because what is our aim, our goal? What is the point why we practice? Our motivation. We want to help others, right? Who has no wisdom. So we want help others. But the best way to help others is given the teachings, because you're given the wisdom, right? Then they know how to take care of life and help each other. So teaching is so important. And now the topic in our prayer, it says, may all, you have the prayer, right? May all beings have happiness. This is first and cause of happiness. May all beings, remember this, may all beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. So I'm going to teach one section on each of these four lines. We have four, right? Four immeasurable aspirations, prayer. And then we're going to meditate on it. I will teach you how to meditate on it. So the first is love, right? First prayer. So the wishing that all beings have both happiness and the cause of happiness, not only happiness. The happiness and the cause of happiness is the definition of immeasurable love. You have to know that. Somebody asks you, what is the characteristic of love? You have to say, both sentient beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. That is the definition of great love. And when we say this prayer, It actually means we are wishing that everybody will not only be happy, but also have the cause of happiness. The cause of happiness is the most important, right? Just temporary happiness is not that important, but the cause of happiness is very important. That's why this you have to say when you understand the immeasurable love, you have to think about the cause of happiness, because only being happy is temporary happiness, you know. So we need the cause of happiness in order to have the genuine happiness. Right now, we don't have the genuine happiness. Do you know why? Because we are not equal. There are lots of discriminations between people, human beings anymore. I will teach this actually in the equanimity practice. So we don't have, right now, we don't have genuine happiness because of too much discriminations. So as soon as we generate an attitude of loving kindness, we will start feeling more peaceful and naturally share this feeling with others. If we develop love and kindness, which is also trying to diminish aversion, the opposite of love, right? Then our mind will be lovely. This is how we develop the cause of happiness. The cause of happiness. The cause of happiness, again, it's very important. When we show true love, the genuine love, in that moment, everyone is our friend. We will be able to see how nice everyone is. And they will see that we are also very special. Oh, great person, right? Great person. You can see actually people who have love, mind, love, you can see their actions, people who have really this kind of qualities, their action, their, physical action, mental action, everything is very gentle. It's something different. People who have lots of full of anger, then their action is kind of different, right? Very rough. So this is gentle. So when we practice love, we really need to think and visualize the people that are close to us or yourself. We don't have to think of all living beings from the beginning if we don't have that capacity. It's so, even though we say, right, we say, may all beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. May all, right, in our prayer. May all means like all beings. But we don't have that capacity yet. So therefore, we don't have to think all living beings. So first love, practice love, must be developed with the people or with animals that we care about, and with ourselves, especially ourselves. And when we think of benefiting all living beings, it is a great intention. Definitely great intention. We say, may all sentient beings have happiness, cause of happiness. It's a great intention, great motivation. But it's very, it's a very big picture, May all sentient beings, we have no connection, all sentient beings. Many people ask me too, why we say that. I don't know. All sentient beings limitless, Why we say that? But it's you have to kind of bodhisattvas. It's important to, even though you don't have a connection. Bodhisattva's mind always connecting with all sentient beings. So therefore, their bodhisattvas never feel lonely. Never feel. Many people suffering from loneliness, right? But bodhisattvas, the great teachers, always their mind connecting with people, so they have lots of friends. Never feel lonely. So this is, if we say, may all sentient beings have happiness, this is correct. This is very, great intention, but it's kind of, to us, beginners, practitioners, it's big picture. Therefore, it's difficult to make everybody happy, right? Almost impossible. You say, remember, you cannot please all of the people all of the time, right? So it's impossible. It's impossible. Make everybody happy. Impossible. But it's easy to think about what brings happiness and peace into our daily life. So we can meditate on love for ourselves, for our family, and the people, and the animal that we care about. That is where we begin to develop our love. You can think about yourself, you can think about your family, your animal, your dog, your kid, whatever. That's how we begin to develop our love. Life is important, right? This life, right, is important. Everybody know that. So we all have to appreciate our lives rather than blame ourselves. What do you call it? What do you have? You have this problem. We don't have in Tibet. We don't have self-headed or whatever. This is self-blame. We don't do that in Tibet, but here, very common. So we have to appreciate our life rather than blame ourselves. Right now, the quality of life is diminishing. You can see many people unhappy, suffering. People suffer a lot because the quality of life is diminishing because of lack of this practice. The quality of your life is very much depends on the way you look at it. It means you should be valuing your life. Then your life is very valuable. If you don't value yourself, then your life has no quality. And in order to appreciate, in order to value in your life, what I'm saying is that you have to appreciate it. We don't appreciate it. There are so many good things. There are so many good parts of your life. There are so many good things. Preciousness, so many good parts, your life that's your, whatever you call it, your parents given to you, us, whatever. The beauty part of your life, you have to recognize that. You have to appreciate. We don't appreciate it. Instead, we are always being sort of negative, right? So we always pick up small thing, small bad thing, and then we are making it bigger and bigger. And then we don't see the positive, the beauty part of our life. We don't see that. We don't see that because of we are making this problem. I mean, we are picking this small things, and then we are making it bigger and bigger. And then it becomes what happened, the life full of negative. You can see the quality, the beauty part, this wisdom. Your wisdom is blocked now, blocked because you're making too big these things. So then what happened? The love, great love is not there. Great love is not there because there's no room for great love. So your love is no welcome, right? Because we always blame, blame ourselves, blame others, because you don't see the value of your life, then there is no love. If you don't see value of your life, then how you develop? There is no way to develop love because you blocked. There is no room. There is no space, So I think we have to learn how to appreciate our lives through sort of this practice. This practice really give you the wisdom, the great wisdom, that you will understand how it is important that you have this precious life. If you don't see that quality, that benefit, the beautiful things, then you cannot develop your love. First, you have to love yourself, right, in order to develop great love. Then you have to expand, like your great love to your family, your friends, your relatives, your society, and then you bigger in the whole world. You can do that. Definitely you can do. But first you have to love yourself. In order to do that, you have to understand the value of the precious human life. That's what we say, Buddhist, the precious human life. You have to understand that, Then you can develop your great love. Just forget, all sentient beings. We're not there yet, So first you have to think about your life. You have everything. What do you blame for? Others, yourself. You have everything, this beauty part. We have so many good qualities. Intelligent, So, therefore, what I'm saying is maybe it's better not to visualize all beings from the beginning. I mean, even though in our prayer says, right? But don't worry about it. Just, so we can learn to be kind and have a gentle sort of action with people or animal that we care. And if we wish to have love, So the gentleness is the essence of the practice of love. Because you can see it. My teacher is really gentle. Always when I see this, they're so gentle, how they speak, how they act, everything's so gentle, Because that is actually, you can tell, the essence. This gentleness is the essence of the practice of love. Love is very important. L-O-V-E, very important, right? We all know that. But our love is mixed with attachment, sometimes anger, all this kind of, it's not really genuine. It's not really pure. Pure love is so beautiful. So the love is like, very gentle. Means like you see, right? The mother bird taking care of their chicks. You know that, right? How they take care of their kids, their chicks, Very gentle, right? Very gentle. That is the actually love. So the teachers, the masters always say that, we are what we think. That's it. That's the thing. We are what we think. It means that everything, all this happiness and suffering, whatever, all this arise with our mind, with our thoughts. We make this, with our thoughts, with our mind, everything. We make this whole world because we act within sort of, impure mind, which means like there is no love each other, then problem will follow us. If we act with love and pure mind, then happiness will follow us. Happiness is there. So all these teachings and practice and methods, the point is share a common goal of helping people to become a good human being and lead a better life. That is the point. The teachings, the practice, everything is that. That is the point. So you can see there are different people, different animals, different, beings in this world. But basically, you see, we are all beings. We are all beings, right? It means everyone, all beings, wish and wants to achieve happiness. That's common goal. That's common goal. That's why this practice very important. And what I can tell you is that if you don't practice, then it will be difficult to achieve anything because you are separate from your meditation. And then what happens is you become a very selfish person. Selfish person makes everybody unhappy, give headache to everybody. You can see, we have examples. I don't want to say the name, but, love person, really give us happiness. Happiness, So therefore, the point is, what I'm saying here is, the point is you have to practice. You have to practice. If you don't practice, believe me, you just come here today, wonderful, right? Wonderful, get together, do this activity together. It's wonderful, very good. At least you develop some, wisdom, right? That's wonderful. But if you don't practice, if you don't put these teachings into your practice, in your daily life, nothing. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. Because, for example, if you don't eat when you need food, then you are always hungry. Doesn't matter. You have a food, right? Doesn't matter. It doesn't help. So you understand how to practice. You understand these teachings. You have a wisdom. But if you don't practice, you are always, hungry. Your mind, you're mentally very poor, Nothing. That's why Buddhist point of view, I think, Buddhist point of view, to practice, to meditate is the thing, It's so important. Then you will see the value of your meditation, the benefit of your meditation, your life, your precious life, everything there. And then it will grow your the great love. Right now we're talking about the love, right? So please, you have to meditate, you have to practice. Jedit, right? Jedit, Dharma Jedit. Can I say that? Jedit. Like you hear lots of teachings and you understand, but you don't practice, then there is a big, gap between your practice and your teachings. You become a jedit, right? Your mind is like your mind willed, right? What do you call it? In Tibet we call chutit, means like, It's a so practice it's so important. So intellectual understanding, it's good, but it's not so helpful. So this meditation is very necessary in our life. In order to have love and mind, so you must meditate. It cannot be cultivated just by wishful thinking. May all sentient beings have happiness, and it's very nice, right? You wish, but you can't cultivate. And you're saying you're doing these prayers, nice, but no, it cannot be cultivated. Just say the prayers and just to receiving teachings from someone, and it doesn't. So you must practice and put them into your practice. So if you have a love and mind, then out of that power of love, you wish and you practice for those beings who are suffering, your prayer will be very powerful, very, very powerful. Then it doesn't matter who you are. You can help. Speaking on behalf of all beings, Buddha said that we have to protect everybody with our love and kindness. You really cannot protect everybody with these things, so weapons and this, and you making more problems. You create more problems. You make more enemies. But with your love and kindness, that is the best protector. So that means we have to treat everybody equally. For example, there was a big sort of a huge discrimination between men and women, and also children and adults in Tibet. When I was young, about 5 or 6 years old, people said, "Oh, you're very little, you're very little, and you're very cute, but you can't talk." Means like, I had no opportunity to talk when there were lots of people. They said, "You should not talk." I said, "Why?" "Because you don't know how to talk. Maybe you hurt somebody. You don't know how to talk. You're too young." I felt that they looked down on me. There's a big, discrimination between children and, adults. So like that, it's better now, but when I was young, it's so bad. Then there is no love, So therefore, we need to understand very deeply and experientially that all beings, all sentient beings, have equally the same desire. That's my point. We have to treat everybody equally. Everybody means, again, all beings, all animals, human beings, animals, also elements, right? Because we are we are relying on each other. Happiness is that is the cause of happiness. We help each other, we relying on each other, we taking care of each other. That is the source of happiness. So if we have a strong commitment to not harm and to love and care for each other, then the benefit and the result of this practice is we will receive in return the love of others. That's why I said again, this great teacher Longchenpa says that if you wish to not harm others, then cultivate love and kindness. If you wish to not harm others. So this practice helps us to find the great connection within ourselves and with the world, actually. So everything will become, if you have a loving mind, if you develop your love, great love, then everything will become one gentle kindness, and everything will arise out of love. These are the benefits of practicing the four immeasurable aspirations. So it is important to understand that we need to know the value of this practice before we start to practice them. Do you understand? The value of this practice. If you don't understand the meaning of this practice, the value, the benefit, then you have no interest, no diligence, no perfection diligence. Then you become very lazy. You make yourself very busy, but meaningless busy, do this, go there, this and that, nonsense. But if you understand the meaning of these teachings, this practice, we're not talking about specific sort of religion. We're talking about the common goal, all sentient beings, the happiness, the suffering. It's true, right? It's happening. It's happening. Some people have lots of, good things and happiness there. Many people are suffering, angry. That's true. So then the solution is not, you cannot find the best solution outside there. The solution is within you, in your inside. So then we can take care of these problems. So I want you to understand the meaning of the great love. So now I'm going to give you the instructions how to practice love for the meditation, okay? We're going to meditate for a few minutes. So we're going to practice love and kindness. And again, the love and kindness is wishing happiness for ourselves and others. That is the definition. Love and kindness. Very good things, right? Wishing happiness for others, for ourselves. So in order to meditate on love and kindness, first, you sit very comfortably with your back very straight and your shoulders relaxed, and you can put your hands on your knees like this. Just to relax. And rest your attention on the breath in this moment. You just physically, mentally. Relax. Bring your mind into your body and then relax. Breathe in and out very slowly. One second. Once you're relaxed, now you think of this. This is, I call kind of, analytical meditation. So you have to think that everything is changing moment by moment, right? When you breathe in, when you breathe out, different. Change, already changed. One breath is gone. But then the next breath, your breath is coming. Same thing. Everything outside, inside, all the phenomena is like that. Moment by moment changing. They are changing. So when you breathe in and breathe out, you should recognize that everything is changing. That means our life is changing moment by moment. Therefore, the life is precious. Therefore, the life and the time are related to each other. So you can see your life is changing. At the same time, the time is also changing, but the time is very precious. So we have to recognize that today is a precious day. This is the time. I'm talking about the time. Time today, right now, this moment is very precious time and day. So that means this moment, the moment of your life is the precious, is very precious. It's very important. That means you need love for yourself. If you don't have love yourself, then you waste your life, this moment. If you don't have love yourself or others today, then you waste it. You lost it, your love. So you have to really understand and recognize your life and the time is precious. You have this preciousness. You don't want waste. You have to do something meaningfully. So I want you to make some commitments in your mind. So the commitments are, you should say, I will be kind today. I'm grateful for this moment, my life. This moment is a best gift and very precious. This moment is very precious. That means I will love myself and others today. We're not talking about tomorrow, day after tomorrow, next month, next year. We're not talking that. We're talking about today. So I will be kind. I will love myself. I will love my family. I will love my animals and others. Today, I'm so grateful for all the good people in my life. I appreciate. I'm so grateful for my good situation or bad situation or times. They have taught to me grow stronger. I learn a lot from my mistakes. So I appreciate, I'm grateful, I'm so grateful. Love and happiness is a choice. So I choose to be happy and love today. You have to remember this commitment. I'm not going to let anybody or anything bring me down today. I totally believe that good things are coming because I have a precious life. I have a great time today. So you have to remember these are the commitments in order to practice and grow and develop your love. These are the commitments. You have to remember these commitments all the time. This is how you take care of your life and daily life. Every day. Today is the day. There is no yesterday, no tomorrow. We have only today and this moment. This is our life. So that's your commitment. And then now you say, if you want the love prayer, we have, may all sentient beings have happiness in the cause of happiness. Just one time, just a love prayer. I mean, you can say it silently in your mind. After these commitments in your mind, then you can say the prayer of love at one time in your mind, and then stop saying the prayer and focus on your breath. When you breathe in, your breath moves into your body. Experience your mind peacefully. Then you should recognize that you have this precious life again. And then appreciate the life you have this moment. So this practice help you know how important your life is and how precious time is. And when you breathe out, you should recognize unpleasant situations or time, both for yourself and others. You say, may I and others be healthy, be happy, and at peace. You should remember your love and kindness and your happiness. when you experience inner peace between your breaths, you should focus on that and relax on that. Just to relax. Then you can see and you can feel and you can experience the peacefulness. That is your life. When you experience these qualities, it makes you really happy. Just gently breathe in and out. Relax on the peacefulness. Sometimes you can think about all these commitments. Make sure that you're not going to forget them. Sometimes you can say the love prayer. Sometimes you can focus on your breath. Sometimes you just relax. Without visualizations, without thinking, just to relax. Once you do meditate like this, then sometimes you feel gentleness, very gentle, and you find the gentleness and the kindness. All right, thank you.